Hello dear students. Today we are going to discuss about harmful and useful microorganisms. Let us discuss about the useful microorganisms. In our surroundings, in our body, we have the different kinds of microorganisms. Most of these are the useful microorganisms. Previously different kinds of examples like a bacteria in yogurt. That means milk is converting into the curd, right? Bacteria and fungi that decomposing the dead leaves. So any kind of material, it will be destroyed and decompose into the soil. And preparation of bread. You know, Yeast is responsible for baking the bread. You know, Not only that, we are going to prepare the cheese materials also with the help of this bread, uh, with the help of the different kinds of microorganisms. So let us discuss different kind of uh, useful microorganisms in the food industry. Food industry. So those different steps are there. Those are, first one is to make curd and cheese, to make bread, to make wine and beer, to make dokla, idli, and dosa, and microorganisms as food materials, right? So we'll discuss all those things. So first one, to make curd and cheese. Here, you know that one of the bacteria present in this is responsible for preparation of the milk to curd. Lactobacillus. Lactobacillus is a bacteria, so which is helps to make the curd. So curd. So we are getting the curd from the milk. See here, these bacteria are present in the curd. When a small amount of curd, so simply we call as a buttermilk also, a small amount of buttermilk, we call as a starter. So these a small amount we call as a starter is added in the milk. When we add it in the milk, so these bacteria is reproduced in the milk. So lactobacillus bacteria reproduce in the milk and it is converting into the curd. So we also known as yogurt. So the curd we also known as yogurt is available in the market, is also prepared by adding lactobacillus bacteria to the milk. So this is the preparation of curd and cheese from the useful microorganisms. To make curd and cheese, another thing, bacteria such as lactobacillus and streptococcus. So it is a another kind of microorganisms. So lactobacillus is responsible for conversion of the milk to curd, and another kind of bacteria is a streptococcus. So it is also making the milk sour in taste. That means curd is also, so what type of taste? It a little sour in taste. These bacteria convert the lactose sugar of the milk to the acid, so which is cause the curdling of milk. Conversion of the curd, that is curdling of milk. Milk contain the lactic acid, so it will be converted with the help of these useful microorganisms. The semi-solid material separated out from the fluid is then made into the cheese. Later, so we can prepare the cheese from the curd. So totally here, useful microorganisms are responsible for this kind of conversion, right? To make bread, yeah, you know that here, to make bread, yeast is one of the microorganism Yeast is one of the microorganism is added to the mixture. So is added to the mixture used to the preparation of bread. So most of the bakeries, the chefs, they're going to prepare the breads. So with the help of the yeast, the yeast breaks down the sugar, added flour, and produces alcohol. We call as ethanol. You know, alcohol and the carbon dioxide. Because of these organisms perform the anaerobic respiration. You know, yeast is a microorganism. It is perform the anaerobic respiration. In this process, they are going to produce alcohol as well as carbon dioxide. So both substances, alcohol and the carbon dioxide. See here, this process of conversion of sugar into the acid or an alcohol by the action of the microorganisms is known as fermentation process. So this process we call as fermentation. Simply making bread process or the making alcohol with the help of the yeast. This kind of process we call as a fermentation. During the fermentation process, carbon dioxide is produced in excess. So it is extra. As the bubbles of carbon dioxide escapes the make the duff. You know, your mother also prepare the idli, dosa, etc. In such kind of food materials, you already have absorbed the whole like materials. So bubble like substances. Those are the gaps filled into the filled with the carbon dioxide in the duff, right? So to rise and become the soft and fluffy. So because of this carbon dioxide, that means the whole materials, you know, bubbles present in the middle of the duff material. So it makes the soft and fluffy, soft and fluffy. Baking this duff at the 180 degrees Celsius temperature. So in such temperature, it kills the yeast. So later, the microorganism yeast will be going to destroy. So which stop the fermentation. When the yeast is destroyed, the fermentation process will be going to stops. So that means already alcohol, these are prepared. Alcohol evaporates during the baking process. So this alcohol is evaporated in the baking process. Remaining bread is produced in this process, right? This is one of the use of the microorganisms to make the bread, right? Yeah. Next, to make wine and beer. So here also a fermentation process will be takes place. That means yeast is a microorganism. It is responsible for this. So use it for the large scale production of alcohol and alcoholic beverages such as wine and beer, etc. Wine and beer. The formation of alcohol and alcoholic beverages involves the fermentation of sugars present in the grapes, barley. See this different kinds of food materials like so grapes, barley, etc. Different kinds by the yeast. The yeast cells break down the natural sugars present in the grains like a barley, wheat, rice, and crushed fruits, etc. These are all kinds, and converting into the alcohol. So after the alcohol, they're going to prepare the different kinds of alcoholic beverages, right? So here preparation of alcohol also different kinds of microorganisms are helpful. Now to make dokla, idli and dosa. So yeast is used in the baking industry. I mean preparation of bread. It is also used for the fermentation. So this process we know already, fermentation. In the fermentation process, the fermentation of a dough to make the idli, dosa, so etc. like a dokla, different kinds of examples. While preparing the dokla, yeast is added to the mixture of making it soft and the fluffy. Already you know air spaces in between that, so then it will be converting into the soft and the fluffy in nature. Microorganisms as a food material. So here microorganisms only food materials for us. Like a certain type of microorganisms like algae, such as a seaweeds. Algae is also some kind of algae. It is food materials for us. So like a seaweeds. So used to food in China and Japan. So most of the Chinese and Japanese, they are going to use this kind of food materials. Some algae are used as a food by cattle. Some kind of algae, so they are going to eat the different animals. And agar-agar. Agar-agar is also a type of grass used to prepare the gelatin, which is added in the ice creams. So here, which is added in the ice cream. Right? Ice creams, jellies, etc. The obtained from these red algae. So these microorganisms obtained from the red algae. Many marine animals use the phytoplanktons. You know, phytoplanktons means the plant substances, which are the substances. The phytoplanktons, which are the microscopic plant substances, we call as a phytoplanktons. And the diatoms also some kind of algae as a food material. So these are present in the marine water, means sea water. People use the mushrooms. You know, one of the fungus, mushrooms. So it contains the rich sources of proteins also. So mushrooms as a food materials, which are the basically fungi. So mushroom is a type of fungi. So it is visible also. You know, the size of the fungi is a large amount. That is why we can see with our naked eye. So these mushrooms also we are going to utilize as a food materials, right? Useful microorganisms in the medicine industry. Up to now, we discussed about the food industry, the useful microorganisms in the food industry. Now we are going to discuss about the this kind of useful microorganisms in the food medicine industry. In medicine industry, uh, these microorganisms to prepare the antibiotics, to prepare the vaccines, and to produce the vitamin B, okay, vitamin B complex, and to produce the hormone, insulin hormone. So these are the different manners. So let us discuss one by one. Here, to prepare antibiotics. Antibiotics are these are the medicines. Some microorganisms like a bacteria, fungi. So these are the used to make the medicines. So we call as a antibiotics. They are helpful to prevent the growth of disease causing microorganisms. So when we are getting any kind of diseases, most of the bacterial diseases, we are going to use the medicine as antibiotics. These are the medicine for that kind of diseases. So these are helpful to prevent the growth of disease causing microorganisms. And the medicines are used for the plants and animals, including the human beings. So we are using these kind of medicines. So plants, animals, as well as human beings. Some commonly used antibiotics are the tetracyclines. Tetracycline is a commonly we use the one of the antibiotic, as well as another one is a erythromycin and streptomycin. Yeah, these are all are the commonly used the antibiotic. Tetracycline, erythromycin, and streptomycin. These are the examples of the antibiotics, right? Yeah, let's continue. To prepare the vaccines, yeah, so preparation of vaccines. Vaccines are these also prepared using the microorganisms. So these vaccines are prepared by using microorganisms. A vaccine is a preparation of disease causing microorganisms like antibiotics. The disease causing microorganisms are either dead or weak. So any kind of microorganisms, weak or the dead. So taking vaccines either orally or by injection, you know, orally or the injection. Orally means through mouth, injection with the syringes. So we're going to take these vaccine orally by the injections. This process we call as a vaccination. Vaccination is a process. In this vaccination, so we are going to utilize these vaccines for the destroying the disease causing microorganisms. Vaccination is used to prevent the diseases such as typhoid, tuberculosis, polio, measles, mumps, hepatitis, etc. So different types of diseases. You know already below 5 years age duration children's, they're going to take the vaccines through the oral as well as injection. You have an idea about the polio vaccine, right? These are the we call as vaccination. Now, in this vaccination process, when the vaccines are injected or swallowed by a person, the body produces antibiotics against these dead or the weakened microbes. If we are going to take the vaccine, so our cells will be produce the antibodies actually against the which are the microorganism causing the diseases. These antibodies remains in the body that do not allow the same microbes to attack the body in future. Imagine when we are taking the polio vaccine, after that the polio virus will not affect in future in our body. That kinds of efficiency of the vaccine. This way body develops the immunity power. You know, the body develops the immunity power. So we call as a resistance power. So again is the a particular disease. So hence the vaccination we also call as a immunization. So that means of development of immunity power we call as immunization. To produce the vitamin B complex, certain bacteria such as E. coli. E. coli means here Escherichia coli. So it is present in our intestine. So it is lives in the intestine of the human beings and other animals also. So they are capable to the synthesize the vitamin B complex, right? So this is the helpful for the vitamin B complex. To produce insulin hormone. Insulin is a hormone. The hormone insulin is secreted by human body. Okay, body can also produce by the bacteria. So we can produce this insulin hormone through the bacteria also. It is used to help the diabetes. You know, who are the uh, causing disease of the diabetes patients who are unable to break down the sugar levels in their body. Insulin is helpful for that, but this insulin we are prepared from the microorganisms. Right. For the retting of fibers, that means of remove the fibers from the plant substances. Some of the plants, some of the plants as well, here microorganisms, some of the microorganisms are the useful for the retting of fibers. How? In this process, fibers are separated from the stacks. A group of plant substances we call as a stacks. Stacks of the fiber plants such as a flax, hemp, and the jute. This kind of plants produce the fiber. So when we are going to remove the fiber from the plant, the microorganisms will be act on it. The bacteria act upon these stem tissues of these fibrous plants that are submerged in the water, loosen up the fiber that can be easily separated. We can easily separate these fibers from the plant with the help of these bacteria, right? In this way, the bacteria, the microorganisms are the useful. For tanning of leathers, yeah, here leather industry also, most of the enzymes produced by the bacteria are used in this tanning process. Tanning. So bacteria attack the animal skin. So actually tannins we are prepared from the animal skins and make the different kinds of soft leathers. So like a preparation of the belt, shoe, etc. We are getting these kind of products from the animal skins. So it will be tanning of leathers. The bacteria is helpful for the tanning of leather. In agriculture process, bacteria present in the audience of the leguminous plants, legume plants like a beans, etc. In leguminous plants we simply call as a leguminous plants such as peas, beans, grams, red gram, green gram, black gram, etc. Grams, etc. These are all are, so it contains, these plants have a specialized property. It can be extract the nitrogen from the air. Most of the plants, not only most, all the plants unable to get the atmospheric nitrogen, but they are going to receive the, which is the nitrogen dissolved in the soil. These plants have a special property to drop the atmospheric nitrogen. These organisms fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Here, who are going to fix the atmospheric nitrogen? Bacteria. So when it is fixed and converting into the nitrates forms, that can be used as a natural fertilizers. We call as a natural fertilizers for plants. Some of the blue-green algae. Here, blue-green algae, so one of the algae, and we call as a cyanobacteria. It is a type of bacterium, also helpful to extract the atmospheric nitrogen. And in these leguminous plants roots, they contain the rhizobium bacterium. These rhizobium bacterium will responsible for the trap the nitrogen to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. This nitrogen is helpful to the crop plants. In this way, agriculture industry, most of the microorganisms are the useful. And in cleaning the environment, for the decomposition of sewage, certain type of bacteria decompose the multiple sewages, and Domestic waste such as fruits and vegetable peels, garden waste, kitchen leafworts, etc. So these are the waste materials will be decomposing into the soil and convert them into the manure. So this manure is helpful to the plants. So this manure is added into the soil. Finally, this manure is helpful for the cropping plants. For the decomposition of dead organisms, so microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, protozoa, so these are the the tissues of the dead plants and animals, which are the dead substances of plants and animals, and clean the environment. It will be decomposing into the soil by not allowing the pills of waste to convert to cover the earth. Simply, it will be decompose the total materials into the earth. See here, cleaning process. The cleaning process, how it will be takes place in the manual, right? In cleaning environment during this process, organic matter of the dead remains of plants as well as the animals that converting into the simpler substances, which makes it, which the soil and help in the restoring the fertility of the soil. When this kind of materials will be decomposing into the soil, like a plant sources as well as animal substances will be decomposing into the soil, it will be converting into the nitrogenous materials like ammonia. This is a fertile the soil. Thus, the nutrients which were taken by the plants and animals from the soil, the restored and again available for the plants and animals. So first of all from the plants, later when the plants are grown, the animals depend on the plants. These are the natural methods of cleaning. So these in the environment. Okay, dear students, next class we are going to discuss about the harmful microorganisms. So up to now, so observe carefully the video. See you later. Bye, dear students. Bye.